Hey guys, so my name is Adam Codner, and as you all know, technology plays a huge role in all of our lives. And so finding alternative ways to power our devices is very important for our future. And so for my project, I decided to build a solar-powered USB charger, as you can see here, and it's a great, simple project that is very useful as you can use it to charge all your USB devices such as your cell phone, MP3 player, iPhone, iPod, while on the go. This is great for taking on camping trips, and you can even use it to charge your phone just in your car. You can put it up on the dash and just plug your phone in. It can generate enough electricity to charge your phone in only 4 to 5 hours. What you'll need for this project is a solar panel that can supply at least 6 volts and 100 milliamps, as well as a 5 volt voltage regulator, a female USB connector, and a diode, as well as a few other tools that I'll show later. Alright, so here are the things you're going to need to make this project. Here's my solar panel. I got it from Radio Shack. It's a 6 volt, 1.5 watt. It can output 250 milliamps, as you can see here on the back, and that'll work great for powering any of the USB devices that this device will be able to charge. And here's the silicon diodes. Doesn't matter what kind you get. I'm just going to keep the current from flowing one way. And here's the voltage regulator. It's going to be keeping the volts down at 5 volts instead of the 6 that it's outputting. And here is a USB extender, and we're just going to use the female end of that, and we're going to cut it up, and that's going to be used to charge the device. Alright, so then now we just got tools. I got some electrical tape, I got a wire stripper and cutter, and I got a multimeter to test things. I'll probably use my digital one later. Alright, and then you can see here I have my solder and soldering gun. Alright, so I wanted to test to make sure that this had enough amperage and voltage, and as you can see I'm just using a lamp indoors here, and I'm getting a reading of over 100 milliamps, which is all we really need, so that's good. And I also switched it to voltage here on this multimeter, and as you can see I'm getting a voltage of over 6 volts, which is great because that's all we only really need 5. So now we're going to attach the voltage regulator so that it gives us a constant voltage of only 5 volts. Before we attach the voltage regulator, we're going to need to attach our diode, and all the diode really does is it makes sure that the current only can flow one way through the circuit, and that will make sure that even when our solar panel is not getting enough light to power the device, it will not drain the battery. Alright, so to attach the diode, you're going to want to orientate it like I have here in this picture, and then we're going to solder it here as shown. So here's the voltage regulator, and I'm going to solder it on to my leads as shown, and here's it attached to my solar panel at the end. And we're going to just test it now, and as you can see here that my voltage is under 5 volts, which is what we need for powering a USB device. Alright, so now we just need to attach the female USB connector, and so I already cut it down like this, and then I'm going to strip the end like shown in this picture and just peel back all the junk that's around the 4 inside wires, and we're just going to keep the red and the black wires as the positive and negative, and we're going to cut off the rest of the stuff. Alright, so this is all the wiring when it's completed. You can see I have the red wire, the positive wire, hooked up to the input, and then I have both the black wires hooked up to the ground, which is the center port, and then I have the output running into the USB cable. So now it's just a test to see if it works. Alright, so now I'm going to test it, and I have the solar panel. It's plugged in to my phone, and I'm just using the lamp indoors since it's not very sunny out today. And as you can see here that we're getting a good charge, so it means it works. Alright, so now that I know it works, all I'm going to do is maybe put a little packaging on this, secure all the wires, and maybe put a case on it so that it doesn't get damaged or scratched. So for this, just to be cheap, and I'm just going to use the case that it came in and cut it up a little bit, make a case so it doesn't get scratched and protects it a little bit. Alright, so this is it
after I packaged it all up. I secured all the wires inside, you can see there, and then I cut a little hole for this wire to come out of the case, and now it protects it from any kind of scratch.
So why did I choose solar energy? I picked it because I always thought that it was the best way to power things, as nearly everything here on Earth gets their energy in one way or another from the sun. For example, the plants that directly get it, or the animals that eat the plants getting the energy from the sun. And I think it's very important that in the future that we start to invest our resources more heavily into researching and developing ways to harness renewable resources such as solar power, and to make existing ones more efficient so that we can reduce our dependency on fossil fuels such as coal and crude oil.